Hey guys, so today we will understand what is array. So array basically this is the kind of data structures. Um, so in array basically uh, if I wanted to define some array and let's say we wanted to get the definitions of the array, then array is nothing. So array is homogeneous data. So what does this mean? So this means that in an array we are allowed to keep the element which all of the elements are of similar type. Let's say you wanted to store apples, right? Now in a basket you have all the apples, right? There should not be any orange, there should not be any banana and all should be apple. So it means you can store the element in this basket of all same type, so that is called homogeneous, means basically same type, right? Now in Java, basically, will understand how many types of array we have. So basically, there are two types of array. One is the 1D array, other one is 2D array. So what is 1D array? 1D array means all the elements are stored in a linear manner. So let's say in our case, I can store 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is called 1D array. Now in 2D array, we can store the array in a row and column manner. So let's say I stored 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's kind of 2 into 2 matrix, and then we can store the element in this manner. So likewise, if we wanted to store a matrix which has um, 2 row and 3 column, basically it will be something like this: 2 row and 3 columns. So it will be 2 into 3 matrix. So this is the two example of the 2D matrix. Right. Now let's say we wanted to see how we can declare an array. Declare an array in Java. So I can declare it. So there are many ways you can declare an array. So it will start from the primitive data type. It can be so as we know there are 8 primitive data type. So it can be anything from int, char, boolean, right, long, double, and then float, right, and then byte. So you can declare the array from any of the data type. Now let's see how we can declare the array. So let's say I wanted to declare the integer array. Now for that I can simply write it like this: int and then a square bracket and then the name of the array and new int 10. Now what does it mean? So this is basically the primitive data type. This is a square bracket. It means I'm declaring the 1D array. This one is the name of the array, right? And then new means we are initializing it in basically the primitive data type, and then 10 is basically the size of the array, right? So 10 is nothing but a size of the array. Now there are another way we can declare an array. So int, you will give the array name for, and then you will start with the square bracket, new int, that is same. So these are the two ways basically you can declare an array. Now there is one more way you can declare the array literals. So okay, let's say we want to declare a array literal. Now how will declare it? So in array literals basically we will declare the array and then here and there we will assign the element in the array as well. So how we can do that? So basically that will be integer array. So let's say int array equals to new int and then you will close this, and then here you will declare this all the element that will be there in the array. So by doing this you will be having, like, we have the array of name array, and then it has the 5 element into it. So how you can access the array, like the 1D array? So here we can see access the 1D array. So there are a couple of ways you can access it: with while loop, there are for loop as well, for each loop, and at last there is do while loop. So in this way you can actually access the array element. Now let's see, if you declare an array, what happens actually. So let's say I am declaring an array int of a equals to new int, let's say 3. Now what I'm gonna do, I'll assign the value a0, a1, and a2. What will happen if you assign some value? Let's say I'm assigning 0, 1, and 2. Now what will happen in the memory, how it will look like? So it will be, there will be one array created, and then indexing will be 0, 1, 2, and the element also will be 0, 1, 2. And in the memory basically there will be some kind of memory allocated for these element 0, 1, 2, and element also 0, 1, 2. So this is the thing, like in memory, how array is getting stored, right? Yeah. So for 2D array, as we already know, in 2D array what we have it is kind of matrix. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so it is 2 cross 2 array, and having the 4 element. So I'll declare it. So same, the primitive data type, and then two brackets, and then array equals to new int. So it's 2 cross 2. So this is the thing, how this is the declaration part. Now here you need to remember this. So this is basically the row, and this is basically the column. So this thing is important, you have to define this row. Column you can skip, and later on you can define, like define when you're gonna initialize the elements in the array. So this is the 2D array. So basically in our lead code we will be mainly focusing in the 1D array. So we'll focusing first the 1D array question, and then later on we can move to the 2D array questions.